What's up everybody, and welcome back to another episode of BH Brewing. In today's episode we're going to be trying a beer from one of my favourite new breweries. It is the ABC Brewery Company of Manchester. Now you will know a while ago me and Xbox 360 Collector did a review of another ABC beer and we absolutely fell in love with it. This one is brewed with Beer Hawk, so collaboration between the two, and this one is called Love Cats. I don't know a whole lot about this beer other than it's a sessionable 3.8% and it is a Simcoe Pale Ale. There's no other description on this can, so we'll just have to crack it open and find out. Then this is Alphabet Brewing Company in association with Beer Hawk's Love Cats Simcoe Pale Ale. First thing to note, head is pretty much non-existent. You see when I poured it out it kind of dissipated quite quickly and there wasn't a whole lot to begin with, so once that's gone what you're left with is not a whole lot. There's a bit of kind of around the outside of the glass, but in the centre it's pretty much dissipated. There's not a whole lot there. In terms of its overall appearance, it's kind of that very light yellow, hazy, as you would kind of expect. That kind of seems to be the way these days. Beer makers are kind of making these really hazy beers. Not that I'm, opposed to it. I think it's kind of nice. Yeah, it's that light yellow, kind of hazy appearance to it. Let's go and have a smell on the old nose and see what the aroma gives us. Ooh. So that smells very, very fruity. That kind of it's stone fruit is what I get from that. First of all, stone fruit, probably kind of peach or an apricot. Peach is the main kind of aroma that comes through in that kind of stone fruit area. Really gives a big waft of peach with it, and then in the background there's kind of that apricot that smell to it as well. The other thing I get from that, and it's very subtle in the background, is kind of a piney, resiny smell to it, and it's subtle. Like I say, the main kind of main aroma, is that kind of stone fruit, but in the background there, just a tiny bit is that kind of piney, resiny smell to it. It smells like it's going to be a very tasty beer, but we know in the past we've smelt beers, the aroma can sometimes be very different to the taste. Let's see how this one stands up. Yeah, this is no different. Yeah, this doesn't taste of peach at all. It's very weird. It's very kind of piney and resiny, so that kind of aroma we smelt in the kind of background behind the peach and the kind of the apricot flavours, that comes through in massive spades in terms of the flavour, which is really odd. It overtakes kind of everything. There is no flavour of peach in there whatsoever. It's pretty much kind of very piney, very resiny. There is a subtle kind of flavour of a herbal flavour in the background as well. I couldn't tell you exactly what that is, but there is kind of that herbally kind of note to it. It's not horrible by any stretch of the imagination. It's quite nice, in fact. It has that kind of refreshing, clean kind of taste to it. It's surprisingly that there is bitterness there, obviously, which you would get from a beer that's kind of got those piney, resiny notes to it, but it's surprisingly soft on the palate. It's not harsh in terms of its bitterness. This bitterness is soft. It's soft on the palate. It goes down really, really well, and its mouthfeel's not overly kind of thick either. It's on the kind of medium side of the mouthfeel, almost I say medium thin. But it doesn't kind of take away from the beer because of that the softness on the palate. It still tastes really nice and still works with your mouth. It is very, very good. That's a very nice drop. The aromas are vastly different to the beer, but I don't think that's a bad thing. The flavour of the beer is very nice. It's that refreshing kind of piney flavour you used to get before kind of every beer went mad and tried to bung as much fruit flavour in there as possible. I can't think of much wrong to say about this beer, other than the fact obviously the aroma doesn't match up to the actual taste of it. But still, it's a very, very nice beer. Obviously, when you compare it to other Alphabet Brewing Company's beers, if you've tried any of others like the Juice Springsteen or the Juice Willis, which are full on massive smacks of juice, this is completely different. This is what I would, call a traditional standard IPA. And it's very, very nice, but don't buy this expecting it to be like your Juice Willis or your Juice Springsteen, because it's nothing like that. It is very different, but at the same time it is very, very nice. If I'm going to score this on a kind of rate beer scale, I'd probably give this a solid kind of 73. It's a good IPA, lovely kind of pine hits to it, soft on the palate, a very enjoyable beer. Cheers guys! Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit the like button down there. And if you want to see more content like this, me tasting beers, me brewing beers, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Cheers!